Everybody. Hi, everybody. How is everybody doing today? How is everybody doing today? Happy Saturday. Welcome to the weekend. Hopefully, everybody had a nice week. Hopefully, everybody is off to a good start for their weekend. This is the first bit of flipping I have done all day long. Ugh. What's going on, Java? How are we doing today? How is the weekend starting for you thus far? I am just warming up my flipping right now. I have not touched Bali all day today. And my hands are sore because I have nicks all over them because of the um, Machine-Wise Seraphon Opus V2 handles. Every time I touch that thing, I nick myself. Great, genuinely even better now with your stream. Oh, well, thank you very much. Great to hear that you have been, that you're genuinely doing great though, even without the stream, but glad to hear it. Youngblood, I have returned. Hello, hello, how are you doing today? How's your weekend starting off for you thus far, Youngblood? I'm just gonna literally go through my line of valleys to warm up. Great, how are you? I'm doing all right. As you may have picked up from the thumbnail, working through the feeling of being overwhelmed at the moment. There's lots going on and lots coming down the pipeline, and it's a lot to process. It's a lot to take in. Blade Show is less than a month away. Lots going on there. So I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, but all in all, I'm doing pretty good. So that's what we're going to be chatting through today when we get to the talking notes. Is just that feeling of being overwhelmed, of having things to do, of not really knowing where you're going to start, and basically just kind of talking through what what I do and how I try to manage those situations. So, but all in all, in general, Unc's doing good. Unc's off to a good start to the weekend. Oof. Gablagoo. What's going on, Tony? How are we doing today? Welcome to the weekend. How is your Saturday treating you thus far? Oh, where did I leave off? All right. So I'm just doing a little flip through. Jason says, "Sup, Unc and chat." What's going on, Jason? How are we doing today? Welcome to the weekend. Hopefully you are doing well today. What's going on, LeBreton? Welcome to the show. Glad that you're here. Hopefully your weekend is off to a good start. I'm just flipping through my lineup real quick, kind of warming up because this is my first flipping of the day. Seeing where I'm at with things, seeing how my preferences are feeling today. And then we'll just get into a little bit. I'm going to say we'll get into a little bit more steady flipping, but as you have noted, LeBreton, I can't tend to stick to a balisong more than a minute and a half. So either way, we're going through, we're getting warmed up, we're feeling out the room. That's what we're doing. What's going on, Beaver? Welcome back. Glad to see you here. Act, hello. Welcome to the show. How was the skate park yesterday, Act? And in general, did your day end up being as nice and I don't know, great of a day as I was hoping for. Um, let's see. So yeah, how is everybody doing this weekend? We just started it. It's Saturday. Well, I mean, we just started it for me. It's Saturday at noon. Might be earlier for some of you. Might be later for some of you. But in general, how is everybody? How's everybody doing? It's warm out today. Nice. Good. So I'm assuming you're going to get some outdoor flipping in today, LeBreton. How's your finger healing up? Is your flipping a little easier after a little bit more fine day? Didn't hurt myself there, but uh, I'll say it was a success. After that, went home and watched a movie and took it easy. Nice, excellent. What did I do? I got lost last night in Instagram. For some reason, after I had watched the, what was it? The Oneko? Yeah, Oneko. The Oneko show on YouTube. Instagram started just filling my algorithm up with EDM music from the 90s. And next thing I knew, it was 2 o'clock in the morning and I needed to go to bed. So I got sucked into a lot of EDM music yesterday. That's how I ended my evening. Been flipping outside all day and my finger is doing much better. Excellent. I'm glad to hear it. Still do have a Band-Aid on top of it though. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Man. All right. So like I had noted in the Discord, I don't know how long today's stream is going to be. I'm not going to lie. But we'll get into the talking notes here pretty soon and then see where that takes us. I just want to get through Ring of Shame. I just want to get through my initial flip of everything first before I kind of settle in on a mindless flipper. I learned a cool Murnax ladder trick. Very awesome. Have you successfully gotten a clip with it yet, or are you working on that? Gonna put it in a video at some point. Gotcha. You answered my question. I'm getting much more comfortable with the extended twirl. Not perfect yet, but much more comfortable. And I really enjoy the ice pick, the aerial to ice pick coming out of the extended twirl. I'm enjoying that much more than I expected that I would. It's fun. It's a little difficult, so I have to get more consistent with it. Fair? Well, excellent. I'm glad to hear that you learned a new trick and are enjoying it. That's always fun. I have been working on, what have I been working on? That new reverse thumb chap opening that Pez had showed off. I've been doing that a lot. I have been doing smoothing out my extended twirl, trying to smooth out the short stop, but have not been putting much attention into the smoothing out of it. Probably one of my favorite tricks from Murnax. Very cool. And then every now and then I still try to do the Hellbent, but that one has kind of no, I phased out of. Oh, and the Stitch V1 is not the Bali for me to try to do it with. Yeah, I'm out of practice. Not great. All right, but back to the Stitch Beaver. Beaver says, still waiting for my nail bed to fully reseat after fingertip infection. Can't flip or type as comfortably at the moment. That is a bummer. I am so sorry to hear that. So sorry to hear that. That's rough. David says, sorry I'm late. No problem, David. Glad that you're here. Welcome to the weekend. How are we doing, my friend? Unc lost a trick. Well, Unc never really had that trick down. I haven't lost it yet. Just I need to drill it more. But I wouldn't say that I've lost it. So I think we're good there. All right, and then very unfortunate. Hope you heal soon, man. Agreed. How's the ice pick aerial going? I love it. I'm finding that it's my preferred way out of the aerial is to the ice pick. So I've been doing it a lot, and I very much like it. Let's see if I can. Ugh. Grum says hi. Hi, Grum. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Glad you finally learned it. I'm glad that I finally learned it too. Thank you very much for your help in showing me that it was within my abilities because... Oh, missed it. Because I very much enjoy doing it. It's very satisfying to catch. Ugh, that was buns. All right. I got new kittens. Oh, that's cute. How many? How many kittens do you got? LeBreton Flips, appreciate that. Eventually, I knew one day it'd happen with flipping, although it's mostly my fault. Live and learn. Oh, Grum, you got 2 kittens? Very cool. Surprised you didn't know that because that's one of the first 2 tricks I learned. Well, everybody learns different things in different orders, so that's totally fine. But yeah, I'm glad that I know how to do it now because it's fun. It really is. It's very satisfying. What's going on, Bev? Welcome to the show. Is this your first stream? I think that it might be. And then Ghost says, what's good, LeBreton? What's going on, Ghost Flipping? How are we doing today? Hopefully everybody is off to a good start to the weekend. How long have you been flipping, asks Boomer. Not very long. I have been doing my flipping stuff for... Oh, you've been here before a few times. Okay, cool. I've only been flipping for about 9 months, and I have not been really plugging away at learning stuff that entire 9 months. A lot of it was something to do with my hands while processing. Because I was going through a lot when I had gotten into the hobby. So a lot of it was just like as soon as I learned how to do the behind the 8-ball helix infinity loop, I drilled that, and I did that for probably like 4 months before I really took it seriously, trying to learn other stuff. I'm sorry, I'm talking roughly with this Bali because every time I touch it, I cut myself. So I'm trying to make sure that I don't. All right. So, but yeah, to answer your question, Boomer, I have not been flipping very long. I am an Unc in age. I'm not an Unc in Bali status by any stretch of the imagination. What's going on, Mel? Welcome to the show. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you're having a nice weekend. I have been watching you post quite a bit out on YouTube over the course of the last week and have been thoroughly enjoying it. LeBreton is saying hi to Vav, and then Act says, my plan when I finally get some time this evening is to try to figure out scissors. Very cool. It's very, all right, it's a great way to occupy your hands, and once you learn a handful of things, it's a great way to occupy your mind too. Yeah, man, I love flipping, and there's so many different things to enjoy about it. Like you had said, it can just be something to, well, drop, just be something to keep your hands busy while you're doing something else. And then once you learn enough, it's something that you can kind of piece different tricks together to make something, I mean, postable, clippable, like what you guys do. It's awesome. For me, I flip. I don't even really think much about it. Loki, we should get a collab clip with Unc and Vaver. I'm honestly, as far as clips go, I don't know that my flipping is at the caliber to match Vav's, but I I I just love people flipping, and will always be happy to help where I can. But I don't think my collaboration is where that help resides, nearly so much as like my sharing and reposting of stuff. I've been flipping for a year and slacking as well. Pretty cool to see another flipper. That is Unk status as well. Flipping is therapeutic. Agreed. Flipping is very therapeutic for me, but it's for everybody. I mean, it's something different for everybody. You're in the background of my Maddie collab. I think that counts. Deal. Agreed. Agreed. All right. So I think I am warmed up flipping wise. I don't really know what I want to flip, but I think I am going to jump into the talking notes, just because it kind of, I don't know, feeds in with that whole flipping is therapeutic thing to me. It's one of those, maybe not. I don't know. It's weird. This was kind of like a mind dump sort of talking note. So I apologize in at the start, because I actually titled my talking notes this time "I don't know," because I truly had no idea what it was that I was going to be talking about today. Very much because of the topic of today's stream. Vav loves Brian. Brian loves Vav too. I think, wait, I'm thinking of just playing around and editing, making clips. I've DM'd a couple people like, hey, Austin, about tips and tricks, and then my style is finally getting nice to watch. I agree. I enjoy watching your flipping, Youngblood. You have a really flowy style, and I enjoy it. So today's talking notes, I labeled I don't know because I had no idea what I was going to talk about, because I was feeling very, very, very overwhelmed. And so I just started writing. So you guys aren't getting any sort of curated talking notes this time. This is literally a brain dump that I'm going to be reading through because I was overwhelmed, and that was the way that I needed to deal with it. Because sometimes life can be overwhelming. It might be the amount of work that you have to do. It might be a big decision that you have to make. It could be something that is happening to you that you're just having to deal with. And sometimes it's just an off day where you're just trying to get through it. So when you are feeling overwhelmed, what can you do about it? And really, my stance on it is you can do whatever it is that you can do. Today, for example, I'm feeling very overwhelmed. There's a lot going on, and it's a lot to process. So when I was going into today's stream setup, I was thinking about canceling this weekend stream. I was first thinking, well, okay, let's not do it at noon. Let's push it back until 8, give myself a little bit more time to figure out what I want to talk about, figure out what today's message is going to be, and just, let this feeling of being overwhelmed pass. But then I started thinking about it, and it's like, if I do that, I'm still likely going to be feeling overwhelmed come 8 o'clock. And then what am I going to do? I won't be any closer to being prepared for a stream, and I'll still be overwhelmed. And I don't want to miss, my Saturday stream, because that's, consistency is key. I like doing this. I like putting my content out there. I like having you guys tune in and having, having this interaction, this dialogue with the community. So I decided that it didn't make sense for me to just kick the can down the road, because that would screw up the schedule, and it wouldn't actually get me anything, get me closer to getting past being overwhelmed and all of that. So I wasn't thinking about canceling the stream though, because I didn't want to stream and hang out with you guys. I was feeling overwhelmed, and when you feel like that, sometimes it feels like it's easier to do nothing. But there's very rarely a benefit in doing nothing versus doing at least something, whatever, the minimal of what you can do. So today I am, in fact, doing what I can, because that's all that any of us can really do at the end. And what I can do is go live. I'm doing what I can, so my talking notes are practically non-existent. My flipping is rusty, and my brain is being pulled in a million directions at the same time. But that first step of simply going live, I can do that and deal with the rest of it. There's a lot of things that can cause someone to feel overwhelmed. Sometimes it's stuff like school or work stress, with workloads, deadlines, and deliverables. Sometimes it's stuff like chores around the house, cleaning your room, taking care of your pets, emptying the dishwasher. Sometimes there are decisions that need to be made that are causing you to feel overwhelmed, and other times it's a feeling that you just woke up with. But at the end of the day, regardless of what's driving the feeling, if you're feeling overwhelmed, that's a real feeling that you have to manage. Sometimes it hits you physically. Sometimes you get a stomach ache from it. Sometimes you get, a rushed heart rate. Sometimes you just, being overwhelmed leads to stress, leads to headaches. There are so many different directions that the simple act of feeling overwhelmed can take you, both physically and mentally. So how do you manage through that? Like I said, what I try to do is identify the first step that I need to do, and then just start, even if I'm not ready for it. In the case of today's stream, step one was my talking notes. Step two was going live. So the alternatives were canceling the stream or foregoing my talking notes, and just going live like I do on Wednesday, where I just kind of ripped off the chat. But I didn't want to do either of those things. I still felt overwhelmed, and I didn't really want to do anything. But I set my bar really, really low. I told myself, I'm going to write a paragraph for my talking notes, just a couple lines. That's what I'm going to do. Because while I may have gone into it with the intent of doing my bare minimum, something magical happened. When I started doing what I didn't want to do, it just started to become easier. So one paragraph actually turned into an entire page worth of thoughts and worth of notes, which wasn't expected, but that's one of those happy surprises when you kind of force yourself to do what you don't want to do and just get started. Sometimes the hardest part is that act of getting started, and then once you do, everything else from there is a little easier than originally expected. Not always, but that was the case for me. I didn't want to do talking notes. 30 minutes later, I have a page worth of talking notes. Had reservations about going live. Maybe wasn't feeling it today. Maybe wanted to push it off for a later time in the weekend. But, went live anyways. Now that I've gone live, now that I have my talking notes, all is right with the world. But it was just that act of getting started. So, I mean, that's really what I'm talking about today. Sometimes the task becomes easier and becomes more manageable and even enjoyable. Sometimes it's not the task that's overwhelming. Sometimes it's simply the act of starting what it is that you have to do, but maybe don't want to do. Or maybe it isn't a matter of whether you want to or not. Maybe you just, like I said, maybe it's just a lot of stimuli all at once and you're just overwhelmed. So that is, yeah, that was that was today. That was today's notes. Pretty choppy, pretty short, but like I said, I was overwhelmed today. Oftentimes, I'm sure many of you feel that same. So I figured today I would take advantage of my struggles and kind of talk about that with you guys because it's something that everybody deals with. Everybody has off days. Everybody has crappy flipping sometimes. Everybody drops. Everybody gets stressed. So I figured I would kind of put that out there and share that with you guys. Kevco says, "Hey Scott, I'm late. No problem. You literally just missed the entire talking notes, but that is okay. Just talking about being overwhelmed and how you can kind of help, not necessarily alleviate, but at least deal with it." And then I missed a couple notes, so let's take a look. And my clip with Jimmy was fire. We both cooked. Youngblood, I agree. That was a really cool collab that you guys did. Dave says, "Hey Unc, you should learn more follow-ups out of the extended troll." I agree, and I will. If you ever need to take the break, we can all understand. It's never going to be a problem. Thank you, Act. I appreciate that. Like I said, for me, it's not so much. It's not that I don't. It's not like I don't like doing this. Like this is like one of the highlights of my week is when I get to go live and when I get to interact with you guys, in the community. It is in fact one of the highlights of my week. So it is never I need to take a break. It's always I have to get out of my own head. That's where it's at for me. And Mel says, "Good talk." Thank you, Mel. My ideology is like, try not to emotionally, man, why can't I pick this up? Try not to emotionally accept things as you're conjuring them up in your mind. Take things and break them down one by one and go step by step, or at least try. That's all we can do. Agreed. Very good. Tevko says, "College is boring. Thank God it's a weekend." Well, I'm glad that I'm glad that you're in the weekend. Hopefully, the weekend is a little bit less boring, a little bit more enjoyable than it sounds like the week has been. All right, so that was my talking notes. That got me through that. I think I'm going to throw up the "be right back" sign. I'm going to drop my desk down. I'm going to bring my chair around. I'm going to get a little bit more comfortable. I'm going to keep flipping. We're not going to wrap things up yet, but my hip has been killing me because I am an old man and I want to sit down. So I'm going to throw up the "be right back" sign. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. We are back. So it is crazy to believe. I got to go charge my phone. Have a great rest of the stream, Unc. Glad I was able to pop in. Oh, no problem, LeBreton. Have a great rest of the weekend. Win big gulp. All right, so I am beyond excited and terrified simultaneously about the fact that we are officially less than a month away from Blade Show. Super excited. I've said that so many times. But on the same accord, no idea what I'm getting myself into. Because Unc does not, Unc has never had an experience where he needed to be around that many people simultaneously while uh, being socially engaged. So it'll be quite the event, quite the experience. I don't know if I'll go to Blade Show as I'm in Indiana. Well, that's a bummer, Tevco. If you do end up making it, it would be awesome to see you there. But if you don't end up making it, that's totally fine too. I rearranged my room and have a balisong spot and hang my ballets on clothes towel hangers. Very cool. Yeah, so Blade Show, less than a month away. Very, very excited. Don't know that I'm going into it. Originally, I was going into it with the express intent of picking up the answer. I don't know if I'm still doing that. It really all depends. But my main goal is just interacting with everybody, getting to meet everybody that I've been virtually talking with and virtually hanging out with, and just experiencing Blade Show for the first time. I wish I planned it out better so I could go to Blade Show, but I have 3 concerts that weekend. That's awesome. What concerts are you going to, Act? I have only been to one show in the last, probably decade. And that was 3 Days Grace, which was pretty cool. What's the hardest trick you know, and can you land it in 15 attempts? I don't really know anything that's hard. I mean, the thing I struggle the most landing is the Hellbender, or Hellbent, which is that, but not as choppy. Eh, but I haven't spent much time with it either. That and the short stop. The short stop I'm okay with. It's not smooth. I have a pause at the end. Oh, you like 3 Days Grace too? Yeah, my son is a huge fan. So we saw them in February, I think it was. Shortstop is your hardest trick, you know? Yeah, you do the shortstop better than I do. Because my shortstop, I always pause. Oops. So I pause here and then wrap it around. I don't do it one continuous moment or movement. So, but that's okay. I do me. What's going on, Cruz? How are we doing today? Welcome to the weekend. Welcome to the show. Missed it. I'm waiting for my earbuds to charge so I can go for a walk with music. Nice. Very nice. Man. Go slowly as one movement from the catch with the ring in middle. It doesn't matter if you catch when it's going slow. You realize you have to do the quick to land a good catch. Yep. If you have more ballets on the table, or wait, you have more ballets on the table than I've had in my entire life. Also flipping the squid trainer today. I don't use this often. Practicing aerials, I'm bad at. I love the squid trainer. I can't wait to have one in my collection permanently. Messing around with Ethan's squid trainer definitely gave me the itch to need one. Similarly, I can't wait to have my own personal Zyzix in my collection, because first flipping Teds and now flipping Gibbies, the Zyzix is unequivocally the most natural feeling Bally that I have ever laid my hands on. I love absolutely everything about this. I have 5 Balis and 1 on the way for me. Very cool. Which Zyzix blade do you prefer? So I don't know. I haven't really looked at all of them. I mean, this one is the Lazarus. I can't remember what the name of the one that Ted had. I think I liked that one a little bit better than the Lazarus, but I do like the fact that the Lazarus has the entire spine is flat, whereas the one that Ted had, like 3/4 of the spine was sharp too, and it was just the bottom edge that wasn't. I liked the look of that, but flipping wise, I think I like this blade better. I definitely need to do a little bit more investigation on the blade options though. So I don't know. I don't know for sure. If that doesn't show my music, wait, what did I miss? If that doesn't show my music taste, I don't know what does though. If what doesn't. I think I missed your comment, Act, and I am on live chat, so I didn't miss it. Heads is, okay, yes. Yes, you are correct. That is, I can't say that. Yeah, that one. But yes, that one is Ted's, and I believe I like the look of that one better, but I like the functionality of the, what was it? Lazarus better. The Balisong community needs to give you a Zyzix. You deserve it. No, the Balisong community has done enough for me. I'm trying to do for them now. So, but thank you, Tevgo. I appreciate it. I have 2 CCC Baileys, my LED one, the Reppy, my Kraken, and Ring of Shame, and Armored Shark PEI Nautilus. Got it. Well, I mean, I keep saying you can't Bali wrong. It doesn't matter what you have so long as it flips. So it sounds to me like you have a good collection. I mean, the majority of my like the Zyzix, the Machine Wise, the Zyzix Trainer. Yeah, those aren't mine. Everything else, I mean, my top tier Bali at this point are my Krakens and the Bandage Knife Stitch V1. Everything else, I think, and the Mako, and everything else is like a sub $100, which isn't, I mean, nothing to scoff at. I'm not poo-pooing on sub $100 Balis at all, because again, one of my favorite Balis is this CCC TikTok Bali that my wife had gotten me, because it sounds really, really good, and it's got a very unique neutral balance to it, which makes flipping it interesting. My only gripe about this is the fact that it's so slippery. So yeah, can't go wrong with a flippable Bali as far as I'm concerned. Just popped in here, so I'm gonna go. All right, thanks, Matthew. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great weekend. About to order my Seraph. Nice, AMA. Welcome to the show. Can't wait to see you get your new Bali and hear what you think. I'm gonna get a Mako clone soon enough. Very cool. Clones have so much play. I think it really depends on where you're getting from. It's possible that you're right, but I mean, theoretically, you could have a company that puts a lot of interest in their tuning, despite the fact that they're a clone company. I can't really speak to it one way or another because I tend to avoid clones. The only clone that I have, which is not on my person at the moment because it's out being flipped by Grim Flips at the moment, is my Bali Plus Rep. And the only reason I have that is because Pez was selling it, and I thought it would be really neat to have a Pez Balisong. So that's the only clone that I have. You're such a chill guy. I appreciate it, Mel. I do my best. And Beaver says, the big gulp. Bali Plus Mako Ghost says it. Oh yeah, Ghost says that the Bali Plus Mako is really good. Speaking of which, I will flip my Ghost Mako. Kind of. Still working on the twirl. My fingers keep getting in the way. But it's only when I do the extended twirl. When I do just the twirl, less of an issue. But I enjoy the extended twirl. So that's what I do. I don't know why people make clones on Balis that are $120. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't either, but I'm not buying them, so I don't really try to put much thought into it. I am not their market. So actually, I may just get the actual Mako. They just don't have much grip. They would be so cool at parties to open drinks. Yeah, interestingly, the Cerakote on the Ghost Mako gives it lots of grip. However, last month when I was able to meet up with Vav and Maddie, I got to try Maddie's Mako, which was not a Ghost, and I actually preferred the feel of the hand of the natural Mako than I did with the Cerakote, which I was not expecting. So yeah, everybody is different. Everybody has different preferences. Right. What else? I don't know that I have much else talking wise. I've gone through my talking notes, brought up Blade Show. I don't have any new Ballys on their way to me. My current favorite flipper of my collection of all of my Ballys is probably still my Community Kraken. Oh, Mel, you're gonna get the regular Mako? Well, I mean, you do you. Don't let me sway your judgment or your decision making. I can just I can give you my opinions and my perspective, but I am far from normal. So many other people probably like the Cerakote over the regular OG Mako finishing, but I enjoyed it. I really did. Oof. I might buy a Superfly and get it anodized. That would be really cool. I want a. Oh, what do I want? I want the answer, and get that anodized as pink as I can get it. And then, in all honesty, whenever I can afford to and can get my own Zyzix, I am going to get a Zyzix and get that anodized as pink as I can get it as well, because my currently my dream Bally is a pink anodized Zyzix. I loved the Badco a lot. Need to get one again. They're really fun. I am really looking forward to trying the Madco at Blade Show. I really enjoy the design of the Mako and the Madco lines, and I like the fact that the Madco runs on bushings and is titanium, so it sounds really really nice. So I look forward to trying the Madco here in less than a month's time. All right, so I think I'm going to start slowing things down so everyone is aware. I'm going to start probably creeping up to the desk and putting the bellies down. Going to probably start wrapping things up, shutting things down. Talk about what made you get your first belly to slow down the stream. Okay. Not much to it, really. I was going through quite a bit in my life at the time and had gotten a 3D printer and wanted to do something nice for everybody in the house. So I 3D printed something for everyone that would kind of be special to them. And my son at the time was really into flipping his balisong. He wasn't into learning tricks. He just liked to open it and close it and twirl it around in his hand while he was doing things. So I had found a really good, luckily, a really good 3D printed file for a balisong, and printed it up and opened it once, closed it once, and thought, wow, this is really satisfying. And printed one up for me. And within a week's time, I had ordered a Squiddy U from Squid Industries and a Nibalis Teflon Vulp from Nibalis. Because I didn't know if I would prefer a plastic bally or a metal bally. So those were my very first two balisongs, these two right here. And I fell in love with it. I absolutely love flipping. I love how it kind of got me out of my own headspace, gave me something to do with my hands. And then as I started posting videos, I decided that I wanted to kind of create a positive space out there. So I started posting videos with like voiceover, talking about, you know, positive things. Then I started making some longer videos with my talking notes. And then I had decided one day that I was going to try to stream, and that gave me a lot of immediate, instantaneous feedback from the community. And that's really where things settled for me was I don't really, I don't mind doing shorts. I'm just not very good, so shorts don't make sense for me. Long form content requires far too much editing. I have a couple videos I still need to work on, but I don't like to edit. But streaming, all I have to do is hit go live and I'm good. I don't have to do any editing afterwards. I don't have to do any setup or cleanup or anything like that. I've made it more complicated myself by ensuring that I have talking notes every Saturday. I didn't need to do that. It's just part of the whole, like, if I'm putting out positive content, I want some of that positive content to be not curated, but at least well thought out. So, someone stole my first bally, the Squiddy Bee. Oh, that's a bummer. I went back to your first vids. Yeah, they were fun to watch and see your improvement. Thank you. I appreciate that. I can't wait to stream. I'm just not set up for it. Streaming is fun. It's not for everybody. It is definitely for me because, like I said, I don't like to edit. I don't like to... Yeah, it boils down to editing. I don't like to edit. So going live is just much easier. And I really like like I said, the interaction, the engagement with the community. That's really what I get out of this, and what I try to bring to the table is community engagement. And I get it here. So, all right. So with that, I think we have settled down. We have stopped flipping. We are about as all set as we could possibly be. So we're going to end it here. Hopefully everybody has a great rest of the day. Hopefully everybody has a great rest of the weekend. But for the time being, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hi. We'll see you guys in the next one. Love you.